Alright boys, so today we are going to be ranking the best Ultra arts, which includes both ink art and their animated art, that we've got so far in Dragon Ball Legends. So that does include all the free-to-play Ultras as well, and all the summonable Ultras that we've gotten so far. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. We're gonna have a look at their arts first, and then we're gonna hop into this tier list. By the way, shout out to DNG on Twitter/X for making this amazing tier list, which definitely comes handy when it comes to such videos. Now with that being said, so first we're gonna hop into Legends, have a look at their art, come back in, give them a placement, boom, we're good to go. So right now I'm gonna jump into Legends. Alright boys, so we are in Legends, and for this one I think we should go with I mean it's obvious, but I think we should go with Super Saiyan Ultra Super Saiyan free to play Goku, the red one. I think his art is goated, bro, like it's amazing. Okay, let's go. Okay. Dude, I mean this transition is seamless as well. The animation is pretty good. I think it's done in After Effects, if I'm not wrong. But this looks phenomenal, to be honest. I think I want to have a look one more time, just so I'm sure that I'm capturing everything. I apologize if this takes longer than needed, but since it's a fun kind of a video, we can do this, right? And I have literally zero ideas on what to do, because I still have not pulled Ultra Gogeta Super Saiyan 4. Bro, this game is treating me bad, but this video is not about that, monk. I'll have a look at the art again and then we'll decide. Okay, see, so the thing is that you can never go wrong with Super Saiyan Goku. So let us hop into the tier list and give him a placement. Alright, so we are here, and I think for me personally, this is one of the best arts in the game. Like, come on, it's not even close. It's definitely going into the Z+ tier. So now, who do we have here? Okay, Vegeta. The 30 fireworks Vegeta, who fights Zarbon, Dodoria, and all the good stuff on planet Namek. So let's just have a look at his art and then we'll decide. I mean, honestly, I know his art is not the best. I think this. Okay, let us just watch it first and then we'll decide. Okay, so all I can say is it's not that bad, but dude, it could have been so much better. It really could have been so much better. Like, it could have been a lot more. Maybe him charging up or bursting somebody up, but I think it's not the greatest, to be honest. Right, so it has to go into the B tier, and for me personally. But the fact that his art, it's flowing pretty well, I think it can go into A tier. And his background was pretty decent as well, in my personal and humble opinion. But I think I'll go with B tier. It's understandable for that to be a decent placement for how they've butchered his art. Alright, let us jump in to the bad boy. Omega Shenron. Alright. Oh my god. Dude! Okay, this low-key cooks. But, you know, I'll have it look first. Yo. Hey, yo, and all the shadow dragons, you know, flowing around him. Like, come on, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. You look at those faces that come up. Yep, they are all shadow dragons from all of the Shadow Dragon Balls. And dude, okay, so I think this art looks amazing, and look at that hand. Like how well they've done the animation, giving him glows all around. Because you see, like, you know, the lightning is striking, and he's like literally glowing here. Dude, this looks phenomenal to me. 2 out of the 3 free-to-play ultras have one of the, if not the best, like one of the best arts in the game, ultra arts in the game. Like, it's not even close. Like, look at him, alright? It has to be, bro. So the thing is, I did not want to, like, be pleased and give him the Z plus tier, because there are some things lacking for me. See, for some people it can be kind of misleading, because, you know, for me personally, when I first saw his release, his animations made me think of DKP, so it can be kind of misleading, if you know what I mean, for some part, like, and for some people, not everybody, but I think for me personally, it was kind of deceiving at the first few seconds. So I think I'm gonna put him into the Z tier. Anything below for him is criminal. It's criminal. So I think the Z tier is perfect for him. So we do not unfortunately have Ultra Super Gogeta, but I will have a look at his art like after I'm done, after I've gotten all the ultras done that I have on my account currently. Alright boys, so I had a look at his art, and for me personally, yeah, it's not the greatest. I hate to say it, but it's not the greatest. So I think I'm gonna put him into the S tier, just because he does not do enough, and it's not because like I'm blaming the developers, right? I'm like not blaming them, because he does not do too much, if you know what I mean. Into the movie as well, like he just hits a few moves, and boom, you're good to go. And like when he transformed, he was just standing still. So it's not their fault, but I think they could have done a tad bit better, and it could have been something more presentable, I would say. But yeah, so let us jump into the game and have a look at Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. Okay, all I remember, like Dugoat's intro used to have the OST. I do not remember who it was from, but like it was pretty good. So I think that his intro is going to be pretty decent as well. Alright, so there are a few things that we can discuss about this guy. So his ink art, it's phenomenal, it's amazing, right? But his like animated art, like the old straw art, it's not the greatest. Like, yeah, I mean it does not look too profound and complete like compared to others, and like he kind of looks subpar even when we're comparing it with his art with the free-to-play ultras. So like for me personally, I mean, like we can have a look at his like ink art again. It's a worth watch, but then we have to see this, and it's not even close. You're looking at almost like everything is so flowy in his art. Like, have a look, like it's done so well. Wow. And by the way, these are individual assets that they've curated together to make it look so smooth. Yeah, but this is not the best thing, you know, they could have done, honestly speaking, for me personally. But you can disagree, of course. You can think this is the best art in the game, but not me. I think I personally think that they could have done a little better. Alright, so let us jump into the tier list and give him a placement. I think he belongs... I mean, you know what? It's kind of difficult, bro. Like, his ink art is on top, but his, like, animated stuff is just not the best, if you ask me personally. What do I do, man? It's kind of hard. I mean, just because of his ink art, I'm gonna put him in S tier. But you know, like, now that I'm comparing it with Super Gogeta, I think his is not the best either. I think I'm gonna put them down below. But dude, that's the thing, you know, like his ink art is pretty dope, but it's not like the longest thing, and it could have been better. I'm not too sure whether if like, okay, this is subject to change, of course. By, like, if I'm getting closer to the end of the video, they could change. It could completely change, of course. But the thing is, I'm not too sure about whether to place them in the A tier or S tier right now. But I think I'm gonna go with this. This is the best. Like, I feel completely comfortable with this. But let's see. Okay, this can completely change. Now let's jump into some Super Vegito stuff. Alright, boys, so here we are, the king, the goat, the strongest, the best art ever. No, I wouldn't say the art ever. Like, it's pretty good. I think it's in the top 5 easily. Okay, so let us jump into it. Oh, come on. Oh my god, bro. Wow. Like, it's not even close. And then he'll zoom out and Goku and Vegeta will, like, pop out. Like, it's so seamless. It's so flowy, if you know what I mean. It just looks... He belongs there. He has that aura. You know what I mean? He's him. Vegito, you won this one, bro. I think it's pretty fair to, you know, put him somewhere he belongs, right? So, his intro animation was amazing. It was one of the best. So, if we're comparing with his intro animation with all of these ultras that we've gotten so far, I think his is the best. You can argue that his could be better. I wouldn't say better, but like comparable. But I think this one's better because it feels more premium. It feels like it's been done better, and I think that it carries I would say more. I don't know what the word is. It's just click. It's not clicking. It's popping out more, I would say. So he belongs into the Z plus tier, and his animated ultra art, dude. Have you watched it? It looks phenomenal. This looks amazing. That is like the zoom in. It's just so well done, and I think his ultra art is one of the clearest that we've gotten in the game. So I would say he definitely belongs into the Z plus tier. and it's like not even debatable. So by the way, this tier is not in order. Like any of these tiers not in order. It's just that they belong in this tier, and I am placing them according to when they've released, not not on the basis of who's better or not. So who's next? Broly. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one, and I think I'm gonna piss a few people off. I hope I do not, but yeah, it's gonna be a few people. Alright boys, so we are here. Let's see and have a look. I should stop mentioning it again and again that we're here, but you know what I mean. Okay, dude, you need to... The Legends, chill. Okay, his art, not gonna lie, his ink art was pretty amazing. It was... It felt like a story, like kind of a story that they were telling with his ink art. Let's just have a look again. Okay, the ghost effects. Wow, nah bro, this ink art is on a whole different level. Look at it! Okay. The transition is nice. And I do not blame them for not, changing the pose a lot, because I think this pose sells Broly. It's like, it's the Broly pose. So I think this looks pretty good. And the art on the Ultras is pretty amazing as well. But the thing is, I do not like the animated Ultra art too much. So where am I gonna place this guy? Like, his ink art is amazing, but his like animated Ultra art is not the best. It's gonna be a tough one, but let's see where I place him. Right, so I think he belongs into the Z tier or not. I mean, they did the iconic pose, that's of course. They edited it to, like, they animated it to look pretty flowy. And his intro art felt like a literal movie, so I'm not too sure whether to place him in the S or Z tier. I think it's going to be in the Z tier for me personally. Because, I mean, they did the pose, bro. And his ink art was spot on, so Z tier is fair in my humble opinion. Alrighty. We've got the king next. Okay. Ultra Gogeta Blue. Let us jump into Legends and have a look at his art first, and then we can decide. Okay, let us jump in. I mean, look at... He already looks like he's beaten the game completely. Alright, let us jump right into it. Nah, bro, this is by far the best, and it's not even close. Okay. So one of the best things that I liked about Ultra Gogeta was when he zoomed in, they literally tilted the camera to, make him look more cooler and dynamic. Like, look at this. They literally tilted it to make it look more dynamic. This is just pure amazingness of the aura this man carries. So I kind of want to have a look once again to just like grasp everything that's going on in here. Alright, so they got this spot on. Pretty decent. Okay. Oh my god, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yo! What? And this, I think, yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious where he belongs, so... I'm not gonna even waste your guys' time. Alright, so he is going up there, bro. Like, it's not even a debate. It's not even a debate. You cannot have any kind of discourse on this. He's just him. He looks good. He looks phenomenal. Not even good. Like, come on, stop. His ink card was pretty amazing. They did get a lot of stuff right, and his animated art has the pose, and then when you zoom in, the tilt on the transition, dude, yeah, he looks amazing. Like, wow. So Z plus tier is there for him. All right, who do we have next? Oh, Rosé, Ultra Rosé. Okay, so it's gonna trigger some people. Like, it's easily gonna trigger some people, but what am I gonna do? Let's see. I mean, I've not watched this art in a while, so I think looking back at it again, it's gonna give me PTSD and how amazing his art is gonna be to me after like months of not looking at his art at all. So yeah. Alright, boys, so unfortunately I got the order wrong. Hit released before Rosé. I did not know that. I did not know that. But okay, let us go and look at Rosé's art. Alright, so yeah, this is gonna be a difficult one. I think we've got a new placement for this guy. Yeah, he looks pretty good, and him having the scythe is just everything a Rosé fan needed. But I'm still gonna have a look once again at his ink art because I want to get everything clear. Okay, this looks pretty good. I like the yellow effect on the sword. Okay, the twitching is pretty good. Pretty faithful. The rim, the dimension breakers thing. Okay, so I was kind of expecting more from his hand moving, but they did what they could have. This is by no means bad. This looks amazing. But I'm saying they could have done a tad bit more. But okay, let's give him a placement because he definitely needs one. Alright, so we've gotten a first in the S tier. A first in the S tier. And I think that he cannot be any higher than this. Like, for me personally, he cannot be any higher than this. This looks good. This looks phenomenal. But he cannot be any higher. Or I'm just dumb, but he cannot be any higher. Okay, who do we have next? Ultra Hit. It's not even a spoiler. It's just bad, bro. His art. But still, we're gonna have a look and then decide. Alright, boys. So let us go. Alright. I mean, it did not have enough for me to, sit there and judge a lot. Like, his pose is not changing in any means. He has the minimal amount of, effort done to him. I think most of his budget went into, making the time skip, what is it called? Time skip mechanic. So yeah, I think they cut low on his art because of the budget was scattered. But okay, that kind of makes sense. But still, he is gonna be placed in not a really good position. Alright, boys, so finally we have the contender for another contender for B tier. His art was bad. It was not good. Nuh-uh. I mean, it's not even bad. It's just it's not too interactive like how it should have been. And his ink art is not the greatest either. Like, I think for some ultras, ink art can pretty much carry. But I think that did not happen this time around. So, alright. It's not even a spoiler. I'm not going to place him too high. I'm not going to be generous with this guy. Oh my god. That weird kind of laugh, and then this? Nah. I mean, there was not even enough for me to, you know, look at and judge. Like, what is this? This is a good pose. I mean, good animation stuff. This is pretty decent. Okay, I'll take it as well. But not, I'll take it. I'll just manage. I'm not gonna go out of my way and, you know, say good things about this Ultra. I'm never gonna forgive them for this because they made a summon for him, you know, and he has like worse art than the F2P Ultras, but it kind of makes sense, you know, like his budget could have also gone into making his like decently powerful kit. So let's go and give him a placement. Alright, so it's time for Kid Buu to decide where he goes. I'm kidding. He belongs into the C tier, bro. You cannot convince me that his art is any better than C tier. I mean, it can be B tier if you like his, you know, intro animation, but I think it's not the greatest either. So C tier is pretty good for him. Alright, so we have, oh, him. He is him. We have UVB, Ultra Vegito Blue. My first ever Ultra that I got pretty lucky with. It took me around 6 to 7k CC to get him to 10 stars. And, dude, man, I was so happy. But Gogeta, on the other hand, it's taken me twice as much. So, yeah. But with that being said, let us jump into and let us see his art, not jump. Okay, bro, it's gonna be so hard placing him, and anywhere I place him, people are gonna hate me for that. Which is why I'm gonna have another look at his, like, his old intro and art. Okay, I see. I mean, his like zoom in stuff is not better than UGB, so I mean, his art is pretty fire, but not as good as UGB. It's gonna be kind of difficult to place him somewhere. Let's see where I'm gonna place him. Alrighty, I think he belongs into the Z tier. I mean, I'm just gonna do this because, you know, his pose looks amazing, but something I do not like. Like, I mean, I do love his pose. I'm not saying I do not like it, but it's just it could have been a tad bit better. But no, like, at the same time, it could not have been. And his ink art is pretty much spot on. You know, faithful to the material, and the Vegito scene when he's about to transform and you know, he speaks, that looks pretty good to me. So I think Z tier is pretty fine for him. For, like, if I am, you know, deciding to do that, I think I'm gonna go with Z tier. Alright, so the infamous one is here, boys. Let us have a look at his art. Oh god, this is bad. I mean, like the first few seconds where he was like disintegrated and then he, came back together and integrated was pretty good. But this, all of the other things that happened were just bad. So he's not moving any place. I think for me personally, he belongs into not into the not so good tier. Righty, so I think he belongs into the C tier. It's not even close how bad his art is. So yeah. Okay, we have my goat, the king, the him man, up next. So let us jump right into it without further ado. My glorious king is here. He looks like this alone makes me want to fall in love with how amazing this whole game and franchise is. But we'll go into it one by one. Let us jump into his art and have a look. Holy crap, bro. This it was so good it made me crack my voice. It was that good. He looks phenomenal in this one. Like, it's not even close how good he looks. But the placement is not gonna be the best, because I think they could have done a more dynamic pose instead of this. They definitely could have done something more iconic. Alright, so it's time to give him a placement. I think it's gonna be Z tier, because like I was kind of expecting a little more from the game, but that did not happen, so it's okay. Alright, so we have Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I remember his art and everything else. Alright, so my decision on Ultra Super Saiyan 2 SSJ Gohan is gonna be, I mean, his ink art is pretty decent, but his animated art is just bad, so I'm gonna place him into the S tier. But with that being said, let's jump into Ultra Golden Frieza, because dude, he's a menace. He is a menace. Jump into it. Alright, nah, his pose, the dynamics and everything else is just still fire for me to put him anything below Z tier. Like he looks good, and I have no bias for Frieza, but he looks good. Like he is cooking. Can you hear the griddling noises? He is cooking. All right, I'm gonna place him into the Z tier. It's not even something debatable. Pretty decent. Alright, so we are finally at the end of the list. And you know what? I think, so now that I've watched his Ultra intro and everything else, I think, so the thing is, that his Ultra intro could have been a tad bit better, a little better. but yeah, it could have been a tad bit better. But the thing is, like, I think it's good as it is. But they could have added something more, or they could have done what could they have done in their in cards. I think, like, if you know BLZ on X, he also made an Ultra intro. Like, he literally made an Ultra, like, by himself. I do not know how that man does it. Of course, I'm only talking about, like, the art aspect of the Ultras, not the 3D models and all the attacks and kits. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about strictly the arts, and his ink art is just amazing. I think I'm gonna have it play in the background if I not too sure, but I think I will have it in the background. So what he did was better than what Legends did. But I'm not hating on Legends, of course. I'm not hating the developers, but it's like he did all of that alone, and it looked pretty amazing. It was pretty good. So I personally believe they could have done something a little better, but considering how amazing the animated art is, I think this guy belongs into the Z+ tier, man. I mean, you can never go wrong with the arms crossed pose. Like, come on. The aura this man has is just out of this world. Like, it's just that amazing. I mean, the aura that this guy has, come on, like, have you looked at his art? See, I do not have the guy, so I have to manually, search his intro art up and then have a look. I'm a bit salty. I could have, like, pushed him down a little, but I did not do that. See, for me to push him down, like, to place him into the top Z tier, would have been a simple reason, and it's just that his ink art was kind of slow paced. Like, if you're comparing it with what BLZ did, dude, I mean, I cannot even tell you how well he made that. So yeah, like, compared to what he did, it's kind of underwhelming, but then they make up with the eye effect that they do, that Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 does when he transforms and, like, hits Omega with his eyes. He just stares at him and he gets his ass kicked, and boom, you see the animated art, and dude, he looks phenomenal. Like, wow. So the background blends in really well. The black shaders, I do not know what we call that. They go amazingly well with his art. Like, the contrast is amazing, and then the lighting on the guy is pretty awesome, and how well they've made it 3D is just out of this world. Now the effects and everything else just goes so well, with his art. It's just, I think, something marvelous in my humble and personal opinion. So if you managed to watch the video this far, I really do appreciate you all. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you had amazing luck at this part 3, not even part 3, like, for the whole anniversary. And I hope it was better than mine. The least I can say, that I hope it was better than mine. Now, with that being said, I will catch you in the next one with maybe a Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 summon video and a Gogeta Super Saiyan Ultra Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 showcase video. Who knows, man? Things could change around. We're getting some pretty interesting events, so I'm hoping that I pull him. But if I did not, Toshi, I'm coming for you, bro. I support you for all the decisions you make, and I'm there. But, like, sometimes, bro, it's just getting it's getting out of hand. So we have to chill a little bit on me getting shafted, because dude, this anniversary has been pretty, demolishing for me. It was bad. I went 50k deep, like 25k on each banner to pull a single copy of both the new LFs, and I did not even summon on Super like God Goku. I did not even bother to do that. I did not do it. Like how many? I did not even do 2 rotations on that banner, and then like I went kinda deep. I think it was 12 or something k, around 20k on Gohan, which I fortunately managed to pull him twice, and I gave him the 600 Z power to star him up to 7 stars. And yeah, I mean, part 2 was pretty good, not gonna lie. But part 3, bro, I'm 9 rotations in now. It's 9 or it's 8. It has to be something in between 7 or 9. Okay, it has to be like either 7, 8, or 9. And yeah, I've not pulled a single copy, and I see people pulling him twice, thrice in a single freaking multi, and that enrages me. But you know what? I'm happy for you, bro. If you pulled him twice or thrice, that's good for you. Please channel some luck here, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you showing all the love and support on the channel lately. If we ever get monetized, we get the chance to unlock memberships, let me know what you guys would want, what you guys are looking forward to, and would you be up to sign up, subscribe. I do not know what it is called. Maybe take the memberships. I do not know. Join. Yeah, join is the right word. Join the memberships. It's totally cool. I'll try to do more live streams, and maybe just have some fun around with you guys. So yeah, that's it. I think I dragged it for too long. Now with that being said, I will catch you in the next one. I hope you have an amazing day, night, whatever you have, whatever you're having right now, and I will catch you in the next one. But before leaving, watch this.